All right, so welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Lebogang Mogul Lebo. I'm your host this evening, and like clockwork, I'm joining you every evening, 7 o'clock on Zoom, where we are taking part in a 30-day challenge. And it's exciting because we're on day 23 now. But if it's your first time that you are joining us, don't worry that you are catching us on day 23. The challenge starts when you start. So everything I'm going to discuss is basically mapping out the roadmap on how you can start, whether you start today, whether you started a week ago, whether you're going to start in 2023, on how you can start with the first goal of making an extra 50,000 Rand, 50,000 Namibian dollars, about just over $3,000 in 30 days. So I'm excited. It's been a great 23 days and it's only getting better. And it's only getting better. So tonight, my duty is simple. I'm simply here to inform you, educate you, empower you with the information that has the potential to transform your life in the coming weeks, because we know that 2022 has been a very up and down year from my personal perspective. I'm just looking around at what's happening in the economy, you know, how businesses have been going. But with every, you know, economic turn, one thing stays it stays constant, and that is the power of people coming together. Whether people are coming together to change something, whether people are coming together to crowdfund, but it's so true that we are more powerful together than we are apart, and we understand the power of collectiveness. If you look at platforms like Facebook, Facebook is as powerful as they are because it is a place for people to come together, and it's got the numbers to go with it. Twitter, it's the numbers. Politicians and political parties, they are in power because of numbers. So there is really great power in when people come together. Now it's our turn to turn that collective power into a collective or crowd economy that allows the participants of the economy, the community that is behind that crowd, to benefit financially. So coming together, but coming together to make money is always great. So today we'll be discussing a platform called Dreams to Reality. Dreams to Reality is simply an infrastructure, a technical program that has been written to help crowdfunding communities reach their financial goals. So different communities within the D2R infrastructure build different matrices. If this all sounds too complicated, don't worry. For those who understand it, great. For those who are still a little bit lost, don't worry. You'll catch up as we go along. So basically what D2R is that it is a platform for communities to communicate. So just like you'd have Facebook, and Facebook has got different groups for people who like this and people who like that, D2R is our platform where we can come together as crowds, as stokvels, as you know, crowdfunding communities, and we can crowdfund based on our own specifications. So that's what the Dreams to Reality platform is. It's not a company, it's not an organization. They are not receiving any funds from you and me. They are simply a platform that allows us to use their infrastructure. So we are using the Dreams to Reality platform to build communities of like-minded people, people who understand that there is power in a collective effort, people who understand that for me to, you know, help enough people get what they want and you will get what you want. So we're saying don't miss out. In this digital age, there is really no excuse to be broke. I'm so pleasantly surprised at how much value there is to find on the internet. But you know, your phone has so much power. It has the power to distract. It has the power to build. How you use it is what makes the difference. It's how one person can use their phone as an ATM, and another person, their phone is just taking away from them. You're spending data, it's taking away time, it's taking away time from your family because, you know, you're on your screen all the time, but not making any money. So we want to show you today how we can change that and really turn your cell phone into an ATM through the right platforms that can enable you to, you know, to use it in that way. So how does it work? Well, we start with 300 Rand. 300 is all you need to get started. We're not talking about go and get a loan. Now you're not going to pay your kids' school fees this month because you're starting with Dreams to Reality. Very little barrier of entry. Almost, 99% of the population can afford it. If it's only if a person doesn't have a vision that they won't afford this. 300 Rand, less than a lunch out for one, and you'll be able to get started on a platform that can drastically change your financial situation. So we start with 300 Rand. This is a once-off out-of-pocket amount. So from your pocket, from your own personal income, from your job, your business, whatever, you're never going to have to pay more than 300 Rand. There are other contributions that you will have to make, but I'm going to show you how those contributions are going to come from what you have from the crowdfunding that you're going to do. So it's not going to take from your normal budget. So you're going to start with 300 Rand, and I'm going to show you how you're going to take this 300 Rand, contribute it towards a crowdfund, and how you're going to build a community of like-minded people. And this community will be worth, 5,400, 48,000 Rand, 291,000 Rand to you if you follow the steps that we are going to talk about. So buckle up and let's get started. The great thing is that we are recording this session. So if some of the concepts, maybe you don't really grasp them, don't worry. The links will be available for you to re-watch this recording and others for you to get a full understanding of how the platform works. But it's really very basic. And it's a pleasure, Leader Susanna. I love doing these Zooms. I love watching my leaders grow, and I love supporting the team because, yeah, it's a great part of what we do. So let's talk about the power of 30. You have 30 days in front of you. And the thing about setting a goal is that you tell yourself, you put it out into the universe, the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, but there is power in putting a goal in front of you. And the goal that we want to challenge you to make is to say, I want to make an extra 50,000 Rand in the next 30 days. Now, for those of us who started earlier in the month, we have 7 days until the end of November. And I've put a goal. I put it out to the team today to say, for those of us who have 7 days until month end, let's put a goal down. Let's make an extra 10, 20,000 Rand before the month is done. Why not? It's possible. So really, there is power in putting down a goal. And after putting that goal down, there is power in putting the action behind the goal, because without any action, there will be no money making. I always say action takers are money makers. So you need to act. It's not a get rich quick scheme. This is not an investment where we say invest 300 today, get 50,000 after 30 days. Those type of plans, as soon as your 300 is deposited, it's gone, because there's no such platform where you are not actively involved that can give you those kind of returns. So this is not an investment. It is not a get rich quick scheme. It is basically a platform that says build a community, crowdfund with others, build your crowd, and you will be able to raise as much or as little as, linked to the effort that you have put in. So 300 Rand to get started, 30 minutes a day should do it, and commit for at least 30 days. So if you're starting today, what's the date today? The 23rd. Before the 25th of December, before Christmas, if you're starting today, you could have an extra 50,000 Rand in your pocket. Your Christmas will be a lot brighter. You could buy the gifts for your kids that maybe, were not in the budget. But 30 days is a very powerful timeline to set an awesome foundation. So what is crowdfunding? Let's discuss that. Crowdfunding is a way to raise money from a large number of people. It's where people come together, pooling together small amounts, and this is usually done online. So a traditional crowdfund would be what we call a stokvel. Oh yes, and if you are there in the chat, let us know what you call a crowdfund in, on a smaller scale. So for example, in South Africa, we call it a stokvel. Some people call it mgalelo, based on the community, the culture, the language. Some of us, we call it society. What else? What else do we call it? We call it a hoi hoi, mshayelano. So what other names do we have for it? Maybe that I've missed out that I can use in my other meetings. Okay, good. I see. I like this. Oh, yes, Motselo. Yes, exactly. So those are all the different names that we have for this idea of crowdfunding. And so whatever you are calling it in your neck of the woods, so I'm definitely going to start using that. Thank you, Rebecca. Motelo, whatever you're using to describe it. This is something that we know and we are used to. As the year's winding out, some of us, we started at the beginning of the year, you were putting down 300 a month or 500 a month, and now it's time to share that money or to buy the groceries or to, take out the savings that we had put down. So you've been doing this for the whole year, and yet it has not been scaled. So let's make a comparison. Traditional stokveling, I'm giving 300 Rand a month. At the end of the year, if everybody's doing the same thing, I will only receive 3,600 at most. Here, when you are crowdfunding on a platform that allows you to scale, your 300 Rand can become 3,000, it can become 9,000, it can become 30,000, it can become 300,000, and yet you would have made a once-off contribution to the crowd. So it's very, very powerful. The internet, folks, really does it scales up a lot of things. For example, communication. Before, if you wanted to talk to 100 people, now I'm doing a Zoom. If I wanted to reach all of you and do a meeting, I remember back in the day, I'd have to drive and go hire out a hotel conference room and do a presentation. People have to come after work, and then you have to drive back late at night. Now people can connect regardless of which part of the world they are in, comfortable. You've got your coffee, you're in your pajamas, you don't have to drive. It's such an effective way of doing things. Now, with crowdfunding, it's exactly the same. It's an effective way of doing motelo. It's an effective way of doing a hoi hoi, and it scales up so much more. So with a traditional presentation, I would only be able to reach the people in that area, but now I can host one meeting and it can be seen by 1,000, 10,000 people, but with the same information. So that's the effective nature of technology. So even with crowdfunding, it has the same effect. So let's look at how it works. So you start with 300 Rand. You have been invited by a member, somebody who's already a member of the platform. So they are a member, they give you their link, you sign up, you are going to contribute 300 Rand or 300 Namibian dollars or 225 pula, $18 if we're talking USD. So where does this money go? It doesn't go to a company. It doesn't go to a dreams to reality club account with a bank. No, it goes directly to the person who has referred you. So if Pule has referred you, Pule, you will register on the site using Pule's link, but the funds will be sent directly to Pule. Whether Pule wants cash in the hand, or you're sending to their bank account, or you're paying them in USDT or in BUSD. Listen, folks, it's a new world that we're living in. Cryptocurrencies are making things happen. So you can pay Pule in any way, but once you've paid Pule, Pule will then confirm that they have received your payment, that they've received your payment via the back office. And now that you have contributed, you have now opened up the possibility for you to start building your own crowd without being confirmed, without having paid your contribution. You cannot start building a crowd. What crowd are you building when you have not given your contribution? So now that your contribution has been paid, now you need to do the first activity, and that is refer. Motelo doesn't work if you are alone. I'll tell like other people are giving towards you and you give towards other people. Hoi. You can't hoi by yourself. You hoi and others must also hoi. So it's something you cannot do as a lone ranger activity. Crowdfunding, it's not one-man funding or a singular funding. It is a crowd fund, and therefore it requires others. So here you need to start growing your crowd. You need to start growing your crowd. And how do you do that? By referring, talking to people, and you might have to talk to 10 people to get 3. And this is a part of the process that a lot of people maybe don't understand the power, or they have a fear. Fear is a great, it's such a big stumbling block, because we are so afraid many times. People are afraid. What are others going to say? What if I fail? What if I tell somebody and they don't like it? So what? Tell them if they like it, great. If they don't, great. But you know what it is that you want. So you need to understand why you are here. You are here because you want to start raising funds to make your financial situation better. Most people don't like waking up in the morning, but they still go to work. They don't like, having the routine, etc. But they still do it because they understand they've got bills to pay at the end of the month, and it's a commitment that they've made. Here, it's the same thing. You are in charge. You are your own boss. Even if, you might not enjoy the process at times of talking to people. Oh, okay, my network is not so great. Okay, apologies for that. Let me just switch off some of these devices. Thank you for that, leader. So what's this? So you need to go out and talk to others. So you need to refer a minimum of 3 people. Now, 3 is not such a difficult number. It's not like they said, go refer 30 people, just 3 for you to get started. Maybe you need to talk to 5, maybe you need to talk to 10, but at the end of the day, you need 3 people who say, yes, we want to be part of your mgalelo, we want to be part of your society, social, we definitely want to take part and start contributing 300 towards that as a once-off. So in this example, you have referred Linda, Teboho, and Patricia, and they each contribute their 300. And they contributed directly to you, so you will receive 900. And from that 900, you are now going to upgrade and activate level 2. You're going to activate level 2. Level 1 costs 300 Rand or $18 or 300 Namibian dollars or 225 Pula to activate. The next level is going to be double that. So $32, $600, 600 Rand, etc. So you are going to upgrade to level 2. Now that you've upgraded level 2, you have opened up your earning potential now for the next level. So Linda, Patricia, and Teboho also want to build their own community. And so they will also refer 3 people each. Once they've done that, they're also earning 300 from 3 people. They will use 600 to upgrade. And now they are also active level 2 participants. Where does this level 2 income payment go? It goes to your second level upline. So the second generation above you. When you upgraded to level 2, those funds didn't go to Pule because Pule was your level 1 upline. They went to Lerato. Lerato was your level 2 upline. So that's how that went. Now, when Linda, Patricia, and Teboho also upgrade, it's not going to come to you because they've already given you the 300s as their level 1. It's going to go to Pule because Pule is the level 2 upline, provided that Pule has also upgraded to level 2. You cannot earn from a level that you yourself have not unlocked. How do you unlock it? By paying up that amount. So you unlock level 1 by paying 300. You unlock level 2 by paying 600. So Linda, Patricia, and Teboho have unlocked level 2, and now they need to teach their 3 people to do the same thing. So there's a total of 9 people on your second level. So these 9 people, what do they need to do? The same thing that we all have done. Refer a minimum of 2 people. You don't stop at, of 3 people. You don't stop at 3. You can refer more than that, but 3 is the minimum. So when these 9 people each refer 3 people, and remember, there's no time frame here. So I can't say to you, they come in today, they upgrade tomorrow. When they refer these people, will be unique to each individual. So as and when they upgrade, they will pay up that 600. So when you have 9 people each giving you 600 Rand, in total, you would have received 5,000. You will have received 5,400 Rand from these 9 people. Now, like I said, as and when they upgrade, this will happen. You could get 1 person upgrade today, 2 people upgrade tomorrow, no people upgrade the next day. It all depends on how the activity is in your team. So 5,400 is the total, but as soon as you receive your first 3 payments of 600 Rand, upgrade. Don't wait, don't deliberate, don't say, okay, I need to fix my car quickly. I'll use this 1,800 and then I'll upgrade with the next payments of 600 that I get. Because the longer you take to open up your income levels, the longer you're going to take to open up those earnings. So you want to upgrade as soon as you are receiving those funds. So you pay up, you upgrade level 3, which is 1,800 Rand. Then what happens now? You have opened up your third income level. So look at it like this. You have paid 300 Rand once. but you had the potential of receiving 300 3 times. You paid 600 Rand once, but you had the potential of receiving 600 times 9. You've paid 1,800 Rand once, but you have the potential of receiving 1,800 times 27. Folks, this is ridiculous maths. The exponential growth here is on another level where you are receiving 27 times what your level 3 upgrade was. So 27 partners on level 3, each upgrading with 1,800 Rand. That is a potential of 48,600 Rand. Now, somebody might say, sure, that's a lot of money. Is that even possible, etc., etc.? Yes, it's possible. That is possible. It all depends on how much you and your team are working. But let's play devil's advocate. Let's say some people are working, others are not. Let's say some are doing it fast, others are still, they're still taking it step by step, a little bit slower. Even if you get 1,800 from 10 partners, not 27, not even half, just 10, that's a total of 18,000 Rand from level 3 alone that you will get from a platform where you started with 300 Rand out of your pocket. Now, show me an opportunity today where you have no risk, because here you're not giving your money to a company hoping to get a return. You're not buying a product to go and resell it. What if people don't like the product? Here, you are basically building a stokvel, Galelo group, a Hoi Hoi group, a Motelo group with like-minded people, and you're going to be able to get this type of crowdfunding back. Now, there's no time frame. No one says you must do it in a week, otherwise you're going to be kicked off the system. It's based on your own goals and your own targets. That's why we built a 30-day challenge, to show that it is possible. We've had people achieve this in less than 30 days. We're on day 23 of the challenge, but we've already surpassed leaders who've surpassed the 50,000 Rand mark. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but more than that have already gotten to the 50K mark. And that's just level 3. Now, you receive the first 2 payments of 1,800. Don't eat the seed. Do not eat the seed. Make sure you upgrade to level 4. That's your last level of upgrade, and that will cost you 3,600. And now you've paid 3,600 Rand once off, but you've opened up the possibility of earning 3,600 Rand 81 times. Folks, that's powerful. 81 times. Now imagine 81 days. That's almost 3 months. Even if you just receive one payment of 3,600 Rand every day for 81 days, let's say it takes you a month to get to level 4. After a month, those people that you refer that are on your level 4, it also maybe takes them a month to get to level 4. So about 6-7 weeks in, your level 4s are starting to pay up. Now we're only on week 3 and it's already happening. Now going into week 4 and it's already happening. Now imagine after 6 weeks, every day for 81 days, you start receiving 3,600 Rand a day. How will that change your life? How will it change the life of your children? How will it change your mood? Your mental well-being, the stress of I can't make ends meet. I'm not answering private numbers. I'm getting letters left, right, and center. The kids' school is calling because I can't, I haven't paid I haven't paid the school fees, the electricity, because we now know, lots of places are moving to prepaid electricity. Your prepaid is starting to go because there's no electricity, and you're counting days until you're getting paid. Folks, that's not life. That is not life. But guess what? Nothing's going to change if you don't change it. This money is not just going to jump into your account because you need it. It will jump into your account because you deserve it. You have done the work and the work is now starting to pay off. So life doesn't give you what you need. It gives you what you deserve. So you got to make sure that you put in the work. And trust me, there's no sweeter result than putting in the work and starting to see your work pay off. And at the beginning, it's a little bit hard. It's like being a farmer. And I've used this. This is my 3rd day now, where I'm talking about the being a farmer and being a sower. It's being a farmer is not easy. It is not easy. I know a few farmers, people, who are farming. They have, I know one farmer just this season where she had her prized calf that, you know, had an amazing pedigree and she was looking forward to it in the KZN hills, and it got eaten, it got killed by jackals. And so was the mother, killed by jackals. So she lost one of her best breeding heifers, and she lost one of the bulls that was coming from that because of you know, just the elements. But she's not saying, oh no, my cow is gone, my calf is gone, I'm done, I'm giving up farming for life. She understands that it's a law of averages. That's why you don't just have one, you have many, and you take care of them. And you know, there's so many things that you have to do in order to get a harvest at the end of the day, whether it's a harvest of you know, plants, or whether you have livestock. There is work that is required, but when you put in the work, the results will show. Business is like running a farm. It's like, you know, the principles remain the same, whether you are in trying to build a crowd fund, whether you have you've got what's it called, the mini supermarket. It's about seeds. The more people you can get in your door, the more people you can have who are purchasing, the more people you can advertise and market to, that's more people who will turn into customers. So you need to understand that this is not an overnight process. We're not promising overnight riches, but we are saying if you are committed, the harvest will be there for those who are willing to put in the work. So my duty is simply to share with you the possibilities and show you how it works. You are the one who's going to guarantee whether you get a crop at the end of the day and what that harvest will look like. But I'm here to say the seed is great. The soil, you will have to then work and put in the effort on your side. So let's have a few leaders, let's have a few examples of leaders who've put in the work. And here it is, level 4s, level 3s, leaders who are receiving, look at this, 1,800, 300, 300, you know, 1,800. This was in over a 2-day period. This leader made over 5,000 Rand just in this 2-day period because of following a system and getting to work. So here are a few more examples. You know, 35,000 Rand was earned. I think this was just in the very first week. And we're saying to you, the challenge is there. 50,000 Rand as the first step. Look at this, you can earn a total profit of over 340,000 Rand. So after 30 days, we're definitely not stopping. We are only getting the momentum now. The things are starting to be established now. Now we're starting to see the sprouts come out of the ground from the work that we have been putting in, and we are continuing tirelessly every day, 7 o'clock, as long as load shedding doesn't mess us up. But we will be here Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock on Zoom, explaining this, recording the sessions, putting them out there for people to watch, to learn, to be empowered, and to say, here's an opportunity for you to start changing your life. Build a matrix of 39 and let the money flow. So folks, if you have any questions, get back to the person who referred you. Go to the WhatsApp groups. Let's chat, ask your questions. We've got videos that show how to register, how everything needs to be done. We've got it. There's a video for that. So you're not going to be alone. You're not out there, you know, trying to shoot in the dark. You've got a team that is supportive, that will help you, that will groom you, that will work with you, and that will make sure that if you are committed, we are committed with you. But we cannot do the work for you. You have to commit and do the work yourself. So with that, folks, yes, so it's a lifetime thing. It doesn't end after 30 days. It doesn't end after 60 days. It doesn't end after 60 days. We are here and we are going to continue pushing. And the great thing about this platform is that it's not reliant on a person. Even if I'm not here, the platform is not labeled. The platform will still be there, whether I'm there or not. So it's not about a person. We're not relying on an individual. We are relying on a system that has been tried, tested, and proven, and will continue to be there as long as people are willing to work it. So folks, with that, God bless. Good night. Let's see each other again tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Invite. Keep on learning, keep on growing, stay consistent. You know, every 24 hours is an opportunity for you to give your best and to give your all. And tomorrow, when the sun rises, it's an opportunity for us to do it again. So I'm excited to do it again with you tomorrow. Let's get together on Zoom and let's get together on the groups. I'm going to share the recording in the groups. Go back, watch it, share it, and let's make sure that by the end of November, we have made an extra 10 to 20K in the 7 days that is here. Month end is here. Let's aratalaneng, ashayalaneni, let's hoy for each other, and let's make sure that we're making this happen. So that's it, folks. God bless. Good night, and I'll see you again tomorrow.